Well, hello there. It is June 19th, the last day of my freedom. I have two more. Of course, the weekends are my RDOs. And then it's back to work. I had a good time off. Worked in the garden as expected. Got my pajamas still on, t-shirt. I just got done watering everybody. And I harvested some more garlic and some more onions. I propped up some spinach that is going to seed. I'm going to start thinking about, we're not even July. August is our hottest month, so right now we're expecting thunderstorms. There was some last night. I went to bed at like 8:30, so there was a small fire uptown. They got it covered. And then we're expecting a fire watch all the way until 9 o'clock tonight, and it's quite windy out right now. So, and the skies are gray, and I thought I felt sprinkles, but it could have been my hose spraying somewhere. Anyway, I have several bags of potatoes. I have had nothing but problems with earwigs this year, and I mentioned before that when you have a problem with bugs you don't know, is fill a cat food can, a little cup of some sort, plastic. You can either do it flush to the ground, you can do it up, they climb on anything, and you fill it with cooking oil. Well, on Facebook Reels, I saw a lady who did soy sauce on the bottom and then cooking oil, and same difference, right? I think it's the same difference. So I've emptied out all my earwigs into a container, the oil. I think the oil is biodegradable and it's safe. It's not like motor oil, so we're good. And then I refilled them. I transplanted a bunch of huckleberries on the side of the house. Those are virtually all gone now because they've been eaten, and I put a little thing of earwigs, and there's barely any earwigs in there. I did diatomaceous earth, and yeah, this year it's real bad. So I did a harvest of potato bags, I think 3 bags, that were just not looking good because they got invaded. And I got 15 or so potatoes, the biggest one about that big. Everything else was kind of small and puny. I do have that tub, and it's going to have several potatoes in there, and that's always been good. So next year I'm going to be doing totes. I'll go to the Goodwill, I'll find those plastic totes that are food safe. There's a triangle on the bottom, and it's certain numbers that are food safe. Otherwise, when it gets too hot, the chemicals leach into the food. So that's what they mean by that. So look for that triangle food safe stuff. The gal that covers it real well is Robbie and Gary's Garden, I think. She lives in Southern California, and she has nothing but totes and plastic chairs, an old pickup bed that she converted into a flower bed. She just recycles and reuses a lot of stuff. So what else is going on? I will bring you along with that potato harvest. I don't know when that's going to be, probably July or something, whenever they start dying off. They turn yellow at least. I'm trying to think. I covered my strawberries up because I lost one to the bird. So they're all covered with nets right now because a lot of them are starting to turn colors. There's some in green, some in white, and some are red. I harvested some bachelor buttons. I'm putting them inside of these little seed things that I made. And those are going to be blue and white. So here's one of them. When they're ready to harvest is whenever these flail out. See how they flail out like that? That means they're ready. Now some I got a little bit early. It doesn't matter because they're starting to flail out, and these tops just need to fall off. I did pull them out, put them in my hand, but I'll be darned if I can tell what the seed is. They just look like yellow pieces of something. So what else is going on? Cats have been enjoying outside. I've been cleaning up the living room because I want to play my VR again, so I need a certain space for that. I made a trip to the donation. I still have more to donate. I had bought a metal detector, and it's one of those impulse buys. And I'm thinking to myself, where am I going to go? There's no beaches around here. any lake is a good 30 plus minutes away, so there's really no place to, go metal detecting. So I may end up donating that to the freaking Goodwill. A lot of things that I got that I got to donate just because impulse buys. Nothing else. I went to the dentist yesterday for 18 x-rays and cleaning, and I told the lady, because she asked if there's any sensitivity, any problems we should look at, and I said the back right crown, don't touch it. So she's doing all the other teeth, and she uses some water and it hits that tooth, and I go like that, I just freaking jerk, and oh, I'm sorry, and then she uses the air and I do it again. I was like, can you understand that it hurts, for crying out loud? So then they try to talk you into saying, well, that crown was very sensitive, maybe you should have it pulled out, and no, I'm fine until it bugs me. So the guy came over, looked over their x-rays, and he found one little shadow. It was bigger than last time on one of my top teeth, and then he wanted me to make an appointment for that. So I said, no, I'm fine. And so for the 18 x-rays and my cleaning, the place does not take my particular insurance anymore because they're not making their money, and however that works. So I end up walking out the door paying $440. So they bill it, my insurance, the insurance will reimburse me X amount. Seeing how the cleaning is free and some of the x-rays is free, I'm hoping at least get over $200 back. So that would be worth it. But I was like, I had it in my mind that they were covered, and I totally forgot about it. I do have a cleaning coming up in January of 27, and that will be covered, so that's not a big deal. I may cancel just because everybody seems to think that they can touch that back crown. It's like, leave it alone. You don't need to clean that one. I'll do it, with a brush and stuff, but nothing else is going on. I bought some carpet powder from Amazon. What else did I buy from Amazon? Not much, because I'm trying to watch my spending. But okay, I guess that's it until I can think of something else. I'm going to be watching Beijing Blue Light. It's a medical show on YouTube. If you ever want to watch those kind of things, it shows people coming in and how they treat them and stuff. Oh yeah, I what's it called? Dehydrated some onions. And then I dehydrated some parsley last night. So I have to crack this up, and then I just take out the stems. And then I'm going to be dehydrating some more onion powder, and things like that. So I do have garlic. I do have a bunch of onions I can cut up. I'll have to separate my garlic to find out which bulbs I want for next year. There's one bulb that was, according to it, was pulled late because it started to split open. So I'm letting that one dry, and then I can use its little bulbs. It's very, very interesting season. My tomato plants are not doing good either. I think it's because it went from 70 all the way up to 90 really quick. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5 plants that I know that exist have 4 tomatoes on them. Everybody else is blooming, but I'm not going to hold my breath. It's just been real weird. We had it a couple years ago too, where everybody was like, yeah, that's weird. My tomatoes weren't working. My tomatoes this, that, and the other. I said, yep. Probably because it got real hot. And again, my walnut tree is not going to produce, and it doesn't break my heart, because as soon as they start producing the fruit, not even the actual fruit, whatever they call it, it's a fuzzy, it looks like a fuzzy worm for pollinating the fruit. As soon as those happen and we're trying to bloom, that's when we got the 25 hard freeze. I'm like, oh, okay. So I planted a whole mess of flowers around the front tree, out in the front flower bed next to the house out front. So I did a variety of things, and then pretty soon I've got a bunch of allium. Those are the big purple balls. I have a bunch of those are going to be going to seed too, so I'll collect the seed on that and share those. Parsley. No, I'm not snorting it. I'm smelling it. It smells good. Just don't smell it too hard because you'd be snorting it. That can't be good. Well, it looks like you know what, so yeah. Anywho, I will leave you guys with this until we do that potato harvest. There's nothing else. My carrots are growing really big tops, but I dug down and I can't even see any color of them. It's going to be the rainbow ones. So we'll see how they're doing. Lemon balm I'm also growing. It's probably about that big, and I'm studying what to do on lemon balm for tea and stuff. So I'm doing a lot of studying to figure things out, and then I'm going to also figure out what I can start growing now in the containers that are empty. So with that, I bid you goodbye, happy gardening, and all that stuff. Bye-bye.